The economy booming, job numbers rising, unemployment falling. It remains low. So all of this despite a raging, escalating trade battle with China. President Trump hosted a dinner with 13 CEOs this week to discuss the state of this economy. Red Apple Group CEO John Catsimatidis was in Bedminster, New Jersey for that dinner, and he's going to join us now. He's going to tell us everything. Not really. Look, the president has got to be proud of the economy. In the first 2 years of his administration, we're seeing growth we haven't seen in years. We're seeing unemployment numbers we haven't seen in years. What was this discussion about? Was it that?
Well, the initial portion of the discussion, he gave his opening traditional speech with all the press being there and all the press snapping away.
Yes.
Then he escorted the press out, and we had dinner. And after dinner, we had an interesting discussion with the 13 CEOs, and he wanted their pulse of what's going on in the country. One of the things that I reflected to him was the fact that a lot of the major companies, we've got unemployment the lowest ever.
Right.
Lowest ever. They can't get one of the big three bank CEOs, I won't tell you the name.
Okay.
He knew I was going down, and he called me. And he said, reflect to him that we need skilled people from overseas to come in and help us grow the next step.
Right.
I did.
How did the president react to that?
He loved it. He thinks it's a plus, plus, plus. And, I mean, he made a comment, I'm going to do an executive order on it. Will he do it? We'll see.
So the president would do an executive order, H-1B visa kind of situation to allow people with skills to come in.
Skilled workers.
Okay.
Let them come in, help our companies grow.
Okay.
I said, isn't it better that we're pro-immigration? Bring in people like they used to do in the 40s and the 50s that are going to help America. Don't bring in people that are going to become a burden on the American public.
Okay. But did you also talk about, or did any of the CEOs bring up the fact that we need people who may not have those kinds of skills, but there's a construction shortage, we need construction workers. We need people who do manual labor.
We need people that are going to be vetted, and we know who they are. They're not coming in to kill other people. They're not coming in to, their kids are going to give diseases to our kids. I mean, because it does happen.
So the president is open to bringing in people without, necessarily the skills
also,
like the software, that kind of stuff.
He made a point that he doesn't believe in the fact that somebody finished number 1, 2, or 3 in Harvard, and we're kicking them out.
Right.
So he believes in those students should be vetted and allowed to stay.
Okay, let me ask you, I'm going to shift it a little bit. The economy is booming, but I've covered the labor numbers for several years that I've been here at Fox Business. Wage growth, even though it's up, wage increase is 2.7% year over year at this point.
I saw it on Fox this afternoon.
But that is still a low pace. That's not terrific. And it should be much higher than that. All the economists say that, but no one can explain why. Why aren't wages growing faster, especially in an environment where we have a shortage of workers?
Well, I think it's a matter of time. And I think it'll grow. Once everybody feels comfortable that they're making more money and that it's sustainable and the economy is going well, I think the unions or whoever will be able to come back and say, okay, it's our turn too. So I think it's just a matter of time.
Did the president talk, or did the CEOs talk about it's tax cut 2.0, maybe even lowering the corporate rate to 20? Is that realistic?
They are building more factories.
Right.
They are hiring more jobs.
But do they need to cut from 21 to 20? The president wants that.
On which?
Taxes. He wants to cut in tax cut 2.0.
Wasn't discussed.
Wasn't discussed. Okay.
Was not discussed.
Last question. What other issues did the CEOs, did anyone raise as a concern for them?
The president mentioned that he'd like to see the price of oil lower.
Right.
And one of the CEOs that was there says it's a matter of you're doing the right thing. The United States, between the United States and Canada, we're producing a lot of oil. Just keep producing it, and it'll force the prices down.